All right, everybody, how you doing? Golden, how you doing, darling? I'm gonna apologize right up front for my voice. I'm so sorry. I've been kind of under the weather and under a lot of stress over here. I'm still going through these attacks by this blocking team. Uh, but anyway, this one is gonna be a little different. This one is Miss, just for Miss Golden. Okay, just for Golden and only Golden. And Golden, happy birthday, darling. You little stinker, you didn't tell me it was your birthday. I didn't know. But when you mentioned that it was birthday week, and like an idiot, 20 minutes later the bell goes off. So I'm so sorry. But happy birthday, darling. I hope you have one of the best birthdays ever, and I really mean that. Um, So this is gonna be a birthday gift for you, okay? And it's I've been working on this ever since I posted the last presentation on here, and that's why I didn't do anything yesterday because I was oh, I'll get it done by tonight, no problem. And then today I'll get it done by like by before noon. And I just got done. It is after 12. It's 1 o'clock exactly. 1 exactly. So I'm so sorry. I will, but I need to tell you a little bit about this gift because, Golden Darling, I want you to think back to you had a certain uh, presentation you did, and you were in all black. You had like one of your legs was up, I think, which I thought was cute. You had black and white. It was black pants, and it seemed like what thin white stripes on, and a black top. Because I saw it when had to figure out these pictures I'm going to show you, but it was strange because you had mentioned, you had gone through and mentioned many things. There was of course a lot of love stuff and all that stuff, and that's cool. Uh, and you had mentioned something like maternal something or babies being born or something, and then also something about marriage and all this stuff. So, which I thought all of it was really cool. But anyway, I think that's what triggered what this gift is I'm about to show you. Um, and Golden, darling, please don't be, please don't be. I hope you're not, scared that I made this for you. I hope you like it. Actually, uh, I just wanted to let you know I had a dream about 3 or 4 nights ago, and it was. Let me tell you something. I don't get shocked nowadays, okay? Because I've suffered so much at the hands of these idiots. I don't get shocked anymore. I'm just numb. Okay, and I'm sorry to tell you that, but I just don't. But this kind of shocked the hell out of me, excuse my language. And I think, or I thought at the time, I really do need to share this with you. And it's just me, it's just me. It's just what I dreamt, and I wanted to tell you about it. Okay, so that's all it is. But I thought it was entertaining enough uh, to be able to hopefully illustrate it for you, and then at least show you something of what I saw. Cause I don't get shocked anymore, but I was shocked as hell. Again, forgive my language. That morning when I woke up. Okay, so and here we go. Hopefully, it does its job. And there's three characters in here actually. Four, except there's seven. Wow! But the two main ones I'll just share with you. You're one of them, and there's one called SK, And if you don't mind, I'll just I'll narrate this like I'm playing this part of SK, okay? Uh, but I did have a dream about 3 or 4 nights ago, and I wanted to share this with you, okay? So here we go. And first of all, I wanted to wish you again happy birthday, darling. I hope you have a very, very happy birthday, okay? What I have up here now is going to be a bedtime story. A bedtime story. And yes, it's story time. And I have Once Upon a Time up here. And it also says, I think it was something about in the kitchen or something, because it starts in the kitchen, in just a regular, kitchen, with the sun coming through the windows and all that stuff. But anyway, it says Once Upon a Time. Oh, okay. So I don't mean to back up, Ms. Golden, but a bedtime story, and then it says Shocking the Unshockable, and that's SK. So I'm gonna play that part of SK, okay, and narrate as well, okay. I hope you don't mind. And it says, yes, it's story time. Once upon a time in a kitchen somewhere. And it's a birthday gift for Golden. Okay, so I hope you like this, darling. It shocked me so much, I just wanted to share it with you. Okay? Alright, so here we go. So, the first part of the dream I had when I came to, meaning in the dream, and this is SK, okay? The first of it when I came to in the dream was I was in a kitchen, and I was sitting down, and Miss Golden was right beside me, working on her laptop. The sun was coming through the window, and I'm still trying to figure out. I was glad to see Miss Golden, but I didn't know why I was in that kitchen with you, darling. And trust me, I'm lost through this whole dream, okay? But please just bear with me. But then I hear this whining over to my left, because I'm sitting, there's like 2 chairs with the backs actually to the window. I think we should be facing the window, but with our backs to the window so we can, see what part of the kitchen is lit up and stuff. And I'm in the left chair, and Miss Golden is in the right chair. She's working on her laptop. But I hear this whining over to my left, and it won't stop. And it's like a cute whining sound, It's like and when I looked over, it was this little black, mostly black, and a little white cat. And it was wanting something. Like it was what it was doing was, I think it was trying to get into this jar of something, and turned out it was cookies. And I think Miss Golden had said something like, I'll get you some later, or something like that. I can't really remember. But I remember that whining sound. And it was that cute little whining sound. It was that little black, almost all black with a little white cat. So after she said that to the cat, then she said, now, we're facing into the kitchen, and the kitchen is divided into two. There's like the main part of the kitchen, and then when you have to walk to the far end, go through a door, and then there's like the galley where the stoves and everything are. And then the next door, if you kept going straight instead of left into that galley, you'd hit the living room. So anyway, after Miss Golden, she says that to the cat, I'll get you some in a minute here, just hang on. Something like that. All of a sudden, she just doesn't, would you please see what's going on in there? Meaning the living room. I'm like, because I didn't hear anything. I mean, she said, would you please see what's going on in there? So I'm like, okay, okay. So I get up and I walk whatever the 10 feet is to the door to my left. And I go through the door. And when I get to the door, all of a sudden I look back because I wanted to ask her, like, what exactly it was that Miss Golden heard. Well, when I looked back, this is when it starts to get really different. So when I finally look back and focus in on what I think I'm seeing, she's already talking to another girl, like seems like about her age, like Miss Golden's age. I mean, about there, I'm not sure. But they seem to be the same age. And she was already talking to one of her. I just took it as one of her friends. Well, she went around and was going to pour her some tea. And I asked her, I said, what exactly was it that you heard? And she kind of Miss Golden kind of waved me off a little because she was talking to her friend and I didn't want to be rude. So I was like, okay. So I just went on. But before I went through the door, and stopped from looking back, she started to pour the tea. And the tea looked really strange. It was like purplish. And this, I don't know, there was stuff coming out of it. It looked like little butterflies, and other exotic fly-arounds. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, by the time she got it to her friend, it seemed to have changed because it wasn't tea anymore. It was coffee. And the same stuff was coming out of it, like butterflies. I'm like, how the hell can they? I'm thinking stupid stuff like, how the hell can they fly? Forget my language, please. Coming out of liquid. I mean, seems like they weighted down. But anyway, yeah, and they kept hovering over the coffee. Now, I should say tea, now coffee. And there was beans all around it, and I couldn't understand that. Couldn't comprehend that, so I'm like, okay. Just kept going. Now here's where the shocking starts to begin, if that wasn't shocking enough. As if me being in the kitchen with Miss Golden wasn't shocking enough. Now, Miss Golden, darling, I'm going to break the narrative here. Miss Golden, darling, please don't forget about that presentation I mentioned that you made when you were wearing the black pants with the white stripes and the black top. And the two things that you mentioned, because they kind of play a part here. Okay, so back to the narrative. Keep that in mind. Okay, back to the narrative. So, after seeing all of that, I'm kind of, the shocking is beginning, and I don't get shocked anymore. Like I said, I'm numb, because of all the things that have happened to me. But I'm starting to get a little shocked here. Well, when I go through the door and I look to the left in the galley, there's a chef there. And he's just, stir frying stuff and making up stuff. And I'm like, hi. I'm like, I was going to say, who are you? But before I could do that, he's like, good morning. I am Javier, your new chef. Like, dear God. So, okay. So one more time, I kind of just peeked my head back through the door where I just came from, and I asked Miss Golden, did you hire a chef? And Miss Golden was like, yeah, you told me to, like yesterday. So I did. So again, like, okay. So I go back through the door, and I kept going straight this time to go to the living room, and I just kind of waved at our new chef, Javier, I guess. Uh, and I kept going, and when I got to the living room, uh, I felt the shocking would be complete now, because the living room wasn't the simple little living room that at least I thought was supposed to be in the dream. Uh, the living room was this, I mean, it was beautiful, but it looked like this, like giant foyer, if you know what a foyer is, like a entrance to your home. But there was couches there. There was staircases, and I think I counted like four of them. There was two I remember specifically, but I think there was two more. And then it was like archways, and it was high, and you know. So I'm supposed to go see what's going on in here, right? And that's what I got from Miss Golden. So okay, so I'm all right. So I just go. I kept going straight, and when I went through one of the archways, I think I veered right, and I went through one of the archways, and I'm going to break the nerd up here again. And Miss Golden, this is where I need you to remember that presentation, okay? Because this is what just finished me. Remember, you just remember what I told you about what you mentioned. Uh, when I got through the archway, I saw two girls, young girls. They were maybe, I don't know, maybe 8 and 9 or 8 and 10. Uh, and I didn't say anything. I just kind of walked in, and here's the thing. They looked like they were either flying, and you know how dreams are, so please forgive me, okay? Because when people dream, sometimes they have like, little fish chasing you around or something strange. But yeah, this is my strange. So I saw two girls that looked like they were flying or floating or something, and or underwater. I could say they were underwater, I guess, maybe. Uh, but by the time I was going to try to say something and to them, they both turned to me and said, "Hi, Papa." And okay, all right. So by now, the shocking is kind of almost complete. Trust me, there's one more coming, and I really wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for any of this, but dreams are strange. But just have the room if you don't mind. Uh, so because I looked back after I got in the living room, I looked back at the kitchen door. I was gonna go ask Miss Golden what is the deal with the living room. Did Was there like an overnight total remodel or something? But when I looked back there to do that, that door wasn't there anymore. So, all right, okay. So that's why I kept going straight, and I veered right and went into one of those archways, and that's where I saw the two girls, and that said, "Hi, Papa." So, okay, so I looked back one more time. I was gonna go because by this time I really got to tell somebody. I mean, I don't. Jesus, you know. So I was gonna tell them, look, I'll be right back, okay? Um, I gotta go tell somebody something. So when I looked back and the door was there now, it was there. I saw it all the way through the big giant living room, and it was there. And so I was going to look back and tell them that and say, I'll be right back, okay? I'm just going to go tell somebody something since the door was there again. Well, when I looked back at the girls, yeah, you could say they were girls plus one girl, which made 3 girls. And the little girl, the littlest girl, was like a new addition to the 2 girls, younger. And she said something like, hi, Papa, can you ride me piggyback again? So, I'm trying not to pass out because I'm like, yeah, of course, no problem. But so that's when I told him, I'll tell you what, I'll be right back, okay? Because I really gotta tell somebody something. So, and the door was still there, so I wanted to get to it before disappearing again. So I said, I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'll be right back. So I went back through the door. Now remember, this is the door from the living room to the galley in the kitchen. Now when I did that, the shocking is still not over here. Remember, I'm just trying to take all this in here. I get to the door and I look to my right, because it was my left before, correct? So I'm going back now. So it's the galley's on my right as I walk through this door. And I still see Javier there. But Javier is, I guess cooking would be an understatement. There was ingredients like food or whatever, it was flying around. And he was like controlling it or something. It was... it was just strange. I'm sorry, Miss Goldman, I'm sorry. It was strange. I mean, I've got up here something like what I saw, but it was like more like the ingredients of the stir fry stuff, and he was like twirling it around in the air. But it was staying there, but he was controlling it. And he was all concentrating and everything, and I was like, okay, well, all this is not, okay, well, I'm gonna just not say anything to Javier because he's concentrating on the flying food, and I'm gonna go back to that other door, and I have got to tell Miss Golden what I'm seeing in here, because she wanted to know, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I did get through the other door. Her friend was gone by this time. And her coffee cup was still there. The friend's coffee cup was still there. Still kind of a little purplish with a few butterflies flying around there. And a few flying around the pot that it was poured from. I still can't figure out how the tea turned into coffee, but so be it. All of this is, that's a minor thing compared to what I've just told you, what I saw. Again, Miss Golden's sitting there at the table working on her laptop again. So I get back in there, I approach her and sit down at the table. I'm like, did you know about, there's 3 little girls in there. And she's like, Miss Golden, this is what Miss Golden says in the dream. Okay? She's like, yeah, that's our girls. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? She's like, okay, right. She's like, is this supposed to be like a joke or something? Or I'm like, No. But, okay. Just, okay. She's like, but, she's like, would you stop? And I did. And just looked backboard. And I tried to concentrate on, I was in the same place that I started in the dream. I was sitting down at the kitchen table. To my right was Miss Golden working on her laptop, and the kitty was still over there. The all black kitty with a little white on it was still trying to get into the jar. And that's when I woke up. And let me tell you, uh, Miss Golden, darling, I I'm so sorry if any of that was strange or, you know, kind of made you think a little more than you should have. And please don't. But I just wanted to share this with you as part of what I saw in my dream. I thought, and when I got finished, I thought it was wonderful, actually. I thought it was, I mean, the things I saw was so beautiful. It was so just nice, and it felt so comforting, and it felt so just, like it belonged, and it was peaceful. But when I got up, I was laughing. I just kept laughing at me because I couldn't realize, you know, I just kept saying, I didn't know what I was seeing. But I kept saying, okay. So anyway, Ms. Golden, I just wanted to share that with you. Again, I hope that none of that was too strong for you at all. But, you know, talk about shocking the unshockable. And I am unshockable again. Because I've seen so many things, and had so many things done to me by these idiots that I keep referring to as the blocking team. They're not supposed to be there. That's pure treason and everything. But, I'm just numb, But that, that kind of, that shocked me beyond shocking. Okay? I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going. I mean, I knew the kitchen for some reason, but I didn't know about Javier. I didn't know about the living room. Didn't know I was going to run into 3 flying girls that seemed to be underwater or flying or something. And they had, and here's the thing, they had wings on their back. It looked like butterfly wings or something. But I didn't know about all that, so I was completely lost in all of that. So that's why I was laughing when I woke up. I was so lost. I just thought, okay, I went with it because, and I definitely didn't want to, make anybody angry or anything. But okay, so I just went with it all. But the strange thing about it, and I'll let you go here, Miss Golden, and I'm so sorry. This kind of went a little longer than I thought, but I did want to let you know that it felt for some reason in there, even though I was lost the whole way, it was so peaceful. Even though I saw the strangest things, it seemed so peaceful that it allowed me to laugh at myself. And, that's when I woke up and I was just laughing because I couldn't believe what my mind had just produced. And I think it might have had a little something to do, Miss Golden, with your presentation when you were wearing the all black and the white stripes and all that stuff that I mentioned. I think it had a little something to do with that. And that was about, I don't know, a week ago or so, or a week and a half ago. So I just wanted to share that with you. That was my dream. Miss Golden, that was your birthday gift. I really hope you liked it. Uh, I have worked on this so hard since the last presentation that I put up here. And again, I thought, oh, when I started yesterday, oh, by tonight, no problem. And when I got back on it right away this morning, I was like, oh, no problem. Before noon. It is now 1:30 in the morning. And hopefully I'm about to put this together, render it, and post it. So I hope you liked it, Miss Golden. That's your birthday gift. I hope you have one of the happiest birthdays you've ever had. And I do mean that. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope, well, if anybody listens to this, I hope everybody enjoys it. But I wanted to let you know, I want to say, well, I'm not that strange, but good Lord, what I saw that night, I'm like, I guess that was all me. But anyway, that was your birthday gift from me, okay? Miss Golden and Darlin, I want you to please take care and please stay safe. And God bless you. And God bless everybody, and everybody take care and stay safe as well. And I will talk to you very shortly the next time here. Okay? Everybody stay safe. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.